It's the Bengals and the Steelers. All that and more. Coming up next.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Throwing is Bridgewater. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Flushed out right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
These 2 teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Burrow, man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have the Bengals first down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on fourth.
How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Again, it's Burrow. That's caught by Howard. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
So first and goal from the 9-yard line. Oh, they'll try a jet sweep here with Higgins.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. Burrow looking to pass. This will be caught at about the 5. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On third down, Metcalf. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
DK Metcalf with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
So I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything, every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Here's Bridgewater. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
First carry for Najee Harris.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 17 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's 10 touchdowns on the season for him on the ground. And remember our meeting with the coaching staff, they did share with us that one of their goals for the year was for him to get in the end zone at least 10 times. And that ramps up into their bigger goal to try and get 20 overall as a team.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. Last week they got a good victory over the Dallas Cowboys, and they are in the driver's seat here right now as well. Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Metcalf. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. In motion comes the tight end left. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. From the 35 on second down. Burrow, left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 16. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd and 5 now. Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st down, Metcalf. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Right back to him on 1st down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Metcalf.
And the Bengals are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal as he'll take this down to the 10-yard line.
Now Burrow on 1st down.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Bengals are able to move back in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. He finds his target, Beckham. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the delay, here's Harris dancing away at the 35.
And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
They run again with Harris. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. To throw is Bridgewater.
Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Bridgewater. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Bridgewater's throw complete to Freiermuth.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. To throw, Bridgewater. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Metcalf.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So we have reached halftime.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this.
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
First down, here's Burrow. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted.
Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Patterson now for the extra point.
It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. Metcalf. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Metcalf, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And quickly they get to the line. They'll run on 1st down. Metcalf into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did.
They'll try again.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
DK Metcalf.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Bengals have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Play fake. Bridgewater. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Harris running straight ahead.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Bridgewater now from the 50.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different...
He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Steelers have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up, place the ball, so they can snap it and get back to work.
Throwing on second down. Burrow. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
On third down, Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
And Burrow going to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sideline. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. And now out come the Steelers. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Crossing the field, Beckham makes a catch.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Bridgewater. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
To the air again with Bridgewater. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. On the draw, it's Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 6-yard line.
They'll run again with Harris. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Odell Beckham from 4 yards out.
And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that gives him a 3-point lead.
Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st. Now a handoff up the middle. Metcalf. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 35 on 2nd down. Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the 1st by a few yards.
It's now 4th down.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Forced out to his left. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Play action now. Bridgewater. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Bridgewater to throw it.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Joseph Osai, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Sets up 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, Those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. A very solid gain of 27. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Pass incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Metcalf, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers, but in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That last catch, a big one, folks. He's now gone over 300 yards receiving in this game. It is a game for the ages. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he finds Howard complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Throwing, Burrow. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Metcalf, and he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. In motion left, the tight end. On 3rd down, Metcalf. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Steelers have just about sewn up this football. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during.
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world. I ain't never